Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the iPhone 17 Pro and compare it against the Google Pixel 10 Pro and see which particular phone is the better one for you. Now, between both these particular phones, the thing I can definitely tell you is that they're both very good options and they're basically the best flagships you can buy in this particular year between these two devices. So, if you want to go through and pick up either one of these particular phones, links will be down in the description below, where you can get it from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these particular devices. The thing to remember here between both these phones is that they're both very, very good options when it comes down to it. The Google Pixel 10 Pro, which came out just like a couple months ago, on the front side of this particular device, you're basically going to be getting a 6.3-inch LTPO OLED display. So that type of panel is very good, 120 Hz, beautiful type of panel. It looks very good. There's a very good type of experience around it. And I feel like if you're going to go through and pick up a device here, that one's a pretty good option. So I feel like just from that standpoint alone, that is going to be a pretty good experience. And like I mentioned, if you're going to go through and pick up a phone, that one definitely makes a lot of sense to go and pick up from a lot of people's standpoint. And, definitely without a doubt, that is still a really good looking device. It's probably not perfect, but like I mentioned, if you're in the market and you're going to go through and pick up a device, this thing looks very, very good. It has a very sharp type of experience around it anyways. And I feel like that is just another one of those, really nice things going on for this type of device too. With something like the iPhone 17 Pro, this one is also giving you a really good type of experience as well. So with something like this is also giving you a very, very good, solid experience when it comes down to its capability. So with the iPhone 17 Pro, this one's giving you a 6.3-inch LTPO Super Retina XDR OLED display. Now it's also an LTPO panel, and it is also a very good, beautiful, sharp panel from that standpoint as well. So with a phone like the iPhone 17 Pro, this one's the same size, kind of in the screen. It's giving you a really good type of experience, thin bezels all throughout. The only big thing I can probably tell you between these is that with the iPhone 17 Pro, the dynamic island is slightly bigger than the Google Pixel 10 Pro. So that is going to be one of those things to kind of keep in mind there from that standpoint. Again, it isn't necessarily going to be like the biggest difference ever, but if you are going to go through and once again pick up a device, you are probably going to be getting a much better type of experience in some cases. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to say one is way better than the other one because you're both getting like a pretty good experience between both. They're both giving you USB Type-C ports on the bottom, frosted glass backs, triple camera setups on the backside as well, which I think is another really nice thing going on here. And both are very solid experiences here. So I feel like that right there is also another really, really cool thing to keep in mind here because you're able to go through and pick up a device that is still going to be giving you like a very solid, very capable type of device without a doubt. So if I'm in the market and I'm going to go through and like buy a device, I feel like something like an iPhone 17 Pro is kind of the one that fits better for my use case. But I feel like on top of that, phones like the iPhone, the Pixel 10 Pro still are very, very good like flagship type of phones. And those ones are also very good types of experiences when it comes down to it as well. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. Now, when it comes down to the price tag, they're both roughly like around the same sort of price. Like there's some differences here and there, but it's not really like any like crazy massive differences, which is a good thing, because if you're getting like either one of these types of phones, you're still going to be able to go through and get a really good type of experience from that type of capability as far as I can tell. So once again, kind of keep that in mind. I feel like if you're going to go through and pick up a phone, it's always nice to be able to go through and buy devices that are going to be giving you better experiences from that standpoint. And that is something that could end up happening here. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there too. Now they're both giving you their camera setups on the backside as well. And like I mentioned, these types of cameras are still going to be giving you a good type of experience when it kind of comes down to it from that standpoint as well. Like both these cameras are very good. The megapixel counts are kind of all over the place. They both can do 4K at 60 on the front and the back. The iPhone 17 Pro can do 4K at 120, which I don't know why you want to do that. But you do get also 8K capability on the backside of the Pixel 10 Pro. That is a really nice feature to have. If you're trying to go through and get a little bit of a better type of capability from a device, you're definitely going to be getting that from something like an iPhone 17, from something like a Pixel 10 Pro. That one kind of gives me the impression that it is the better one probably for some people out there. And that one seems like, again, to me, that one would make more sense to go and buy for the most part, which is a really nice thing. Getting a device like on the iPhone 17 Pro that's going to be giving you that type of capability in and of itself is going to be something that's going to be really nice. So kind of keep that in mind. I feel like that's kind of the one I'd recommend more people to buy from that particular situation. But I feel like both of them are also still very, very good when it kind of comes down to it as well. So kind of keep that in mind when it kind of comes down to that particular device too. Now, when it comes down to their software longevity, meaning how long these phones are basically going to last, they're both going to be supported with software for many, many years now. So that's always a nice thing. It's not like today or tomorrow they're going to be out unsupported. Both these phones are going to last probably similar types of lifespans. So they're going to be supported today. They're going to be getting software support today, and they're probably going to be lasting for like another 7-ish years. So I say that to say a majority of people watching this video aren't even probably going to own these phones in 7 years. So the fact that you're going to be able to go and upgrade your device and get that solid type of experience from that standpoint, I think is something that's actually really, really nice. So from that standpoint too, I feel like that is another really important thing. And if you're going to go through and pick up a phone in and of itself, that is again another big takeaway here. And it's really important to be able to go through and buy a device like that to be able to get you phones that last a long time. From a battery life standpoint too, the iPhone 17 Pro has a smaller size battery than the Pixel 10 Pro, but I will still say getting something like a Pixel 10 Pro's battery size in life, it is going to be better in some ways. It could also give you a little bit of a worse experience in some ways too, because it is still a really powerful phone to power. But even at that point, I would still probably say that the Pixel 10 Pro might be the one that is going to be giving you better battery life from that standpoint as well. Now, I will say on top of that, another really important aspect is that between these types of devices, you have to remember these types of phones are still giving you some of the best chipsets inside. The Pixel 10 Pro is giving you the Google Tensor G5 chipset inside with 16 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 17 Pro is giving you the Apple A19 Pro chipset inside with 12 gigabytes of RAM. So that right there is also going to be another big difference. If you're trying to go through and get the device that is giving you a better experience here, then something like the Google Pixel 10 Pro is going to be a great phone. It's going to be a good, powerful phone. But also something like an iPhone 17 Pro is also going to be a very, very fast phone at that as well. So if you're going to go through and if you're trying to get a better type of device, something like a Google Pixel 10 Pro can probably give you a better type of experience in some ways. But also the iPhone 17 Pro could also give you a better experience in some other ways as well. So it kind of flip-flops. There's not one consistent winner all the time. But if you're looking at one device, I would probably say the iPhone 17 Pro is probably the one that's going to be a little bit better for me personally. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. And to kind of sum up this video, what I definitely will tell you is that between these types of devices, a device like an iPhone 17 Pro, I think is a very good iPhone. I think it's a solid device if you're going to go through and pick up a phone. That one is a very good experience, and I feel like you're still going to be able to get a really good type of device from something like, a Google Pixel 10 Pro. But I feel like the iPhone 17 Pro is probably the one that would be better suited for me. It's not like a better phone in every area, but the ones that would fit better for me, it probably makes more sense. But I feel like if it's between these phones or a Samsung Galaxy S25, I probably would have just taken a Samsung Galaxy S25 to be honest. But I would say these phones are still great. They're still giving you a lot of capability. And that's kind of how both these phones kind of compare from that standpoint. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that will mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.